Hi everyone, welcome to the children's message this week. I have here something that is called a nesting doll. And this nesting doll comes from Russia, and these are popular in Russia and Eastern Europe. It is made of wood and it's shiny and nicely painted. But they're called nesting dolls because what you see on the outside is not all that there is. Inside is another doll. I'm going to put our first doll up here. And we have this doll that was inside. But that's not all that there is. For inside this doll is another doll. And now we have this one, but that's not all that there is. Inside this doll is another doll. And now we have this smaller doll, but that's still not all there is. Inside this doll is another doll. Now we have this pretty small one. What do you think? Do you think there are more inside? Let's see. Inside that doll is another doll. Now this one is getting pretty small. I don't know how much smaller we can go here, but let's try. Inside there is another doll. This little one is so small and tiny. It is the smallest last one. So when we saw this first one, we had no idea that all of these others were inside. That's why it's called a nesting doll. Well, in our Bible story today, Jesus calls two sets of brothers to come and follow him as disciples. And that was Simon and Andrew, who were brothers and they were fishermen, and James and John, also brothers and also fishermen. Now, some people wondered why Jesus would call just ordinary, everyday fishermen to come and follow him. They weren't particularly educated. They weren't particularly prepared for it in any special way. But I think what people saw on the outside, Jesus saw on the inside of the disciples. Well, Jesus calls us to be his disciples as well. He invites us to follow him. And we might think, well, what do we have to offer? Well, Jesus doesn't just see what's on the outside. Jesus knows what's on the inside of us, and he sees all the potential and possibilities for us as his disciples. So Jesus invites us, just like Simon and Andrew, James and John, to follow him. To see things the way God sees them, to love people the way God loves them. And that's why we continue to learn and grow in our Bible stories, in our prayer. That's why we stay close to church and kids club and youth group, because we too want to follow Jesus. Because you know what? There is so much more to Jesus than we have yet to learn. And we are invited to come on the journey with him. Well, I hope that in your life you say yes to being Jesus' disciples, because it is an amazing, wonderful journey. So much more than we can even imagine. Well, I hope and pray that you are well and that you stay safe. And may God bless you and keep you until we meet again.